Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So we're back with trending Funko Pop news. We have a lot of really great choices today, and that includes some recent SDCC exclusives that have been going up. Now guys, if you enjoy these trending Funko Pop news videos and want to see them more often, leave a comment down below of a Funko Pop you've noticed going up in value, and I'll take a look at it and it might end up in the next part. Before we get started though with our choices, I do want to ask the question of the day, which is, what is one Funko Pop in your collection that would never leave your collection? Like if you had to sell everything, what is that one that would never leave? All right, so let's go and jump into our selection. So first up, we have our SDCC ones, and that is Invincible Hawk at 100 pieces. This was part of kind of like a full set of Invincible Pops. As you know, this is what it looks like, and it had 6 different styles, all with different counts. So Invincible Hawk here, estimated value around $1,950 over on Pop Price Guide, and that was at the beginning of SDCC, July 23rd through today, August 5th. So recent sales, July 31st, $1,850, August 1st, $2,199. We have a $2,300 sale, an $1,800 sale, and then current listings actually range basically above $2,300 right now. You can probably find a few that are lower than that, but it does look like this one's mostly around that $2,000 and up range. Given it's a 100-piece pop, kind of makes sense. Invincible is super popular, and you could only get this one at the Comic-Con with the official sticker, so it was already really hard to get with it being super limited. Now, as I said, guys, there were 5 other styles of Invincible Pops in this kind of like, you know, not mystery set, but it is a, you know, set in that similar style. I am actually watching those for future trending news videos just because I want to see where those land. I knew this one was going to go crazy because it was only 100 pieces, but yeah, let me know if you were able to actually get one of these because, like I said, extremely hard to get. It was bound to be valuable, and I'm very curious to see where the value lands in the future. So like I said, this one's sitting around the $2,000, $2,500 range right now, but I do fear for what happens if those $2,500 ones get bought up. This one could easily start creeping up to $3,000, $4,000. It'll be pretty crazy for sure if it ever gets that high. I don't know if I see it going down crazy because some of the owners who have it may never sell, and what's out there is what's out there. But at the end of the day, remember, something is only worth as much as people are willing to pay for it. However, once Invincible returns, it's possible that this one gains more hype too. Okay, next up, another SDCC exclusive we actually had was Lucy here from Cyberpunk. I will say this was probably the most popular one for the anime. One Piece has its popularity, obviously, but like anime-wise, I do feel this was the most popular. Estimated value around $42 for the shared sticker we're going over here. Recent sales though, 65, 60, 60, 60. There's been a lot of like 50 and up sales here especially, and then recent listings, again, as low as $40 up to $60 there. So this one's like sitting well above retail, which retail was $15 there. Super hyped exclusive. People love Cyberpunk. It really helped when we got like an alternate ending in that one game for Cyberpunk recently too, which just made Cyberpunk trending all over again. So coincidentally, Lucy ended up being the perfect SDCC exclusive, and I really do feel like it helps sell that out. Plus, Cyberpunk is popular, obviously. But yeah, I do plan to pick this one up. I kind of regret not getting it on like drop day, like when it was still in stock that Friday, but it is what it is. Like, I think it's going to fluctuate still. I think it could go down in value a little bit in the future, and it could go up. It's dependent on how much stock is out there at any given time, really. But I'm not going to lie, I did actually kind of like this one, and I feel like I probably should have just picked it up at retail, and if I decided, you know, I didn't want it as much as I thought, I could have just sold it, but now it's $60, so that kind of sucks, but it's okay. I'll see where the price lands, and maybe I'll just, you know, get one on Whatnot, Mercari, eBay, or whatever at some point. Oh, something I should also mention with Cyberpunk is obviously Season 2 as well. We got looks at that in the trailer and all that, so people are pretty hyped about that. Okay, so this next one's pretty interesting. We actually have the Emma Frost Funko Pop, the Specialty Series exclusive. So this one actually also has a different style with her diamond skin. But anyways, Emma Frost here, estimated value around $35. It actually had like a kind of like a $5 increase on the chart here in the last like month or two. Recent sales, 31, 54, 30, and 45, and there's a few others that are similar like that. And then current listings range from $35, but that's in Canada with $20 shipping, all the way up to $55. So I will say this one's definitely starting to go up a little bit. However, it's also being bought up a lot right now. Given Marvel Rivals' popularity with Emma Frost's character, obviously a lot of people are getting introduced to her if maybe they didn't know about her character, even though she's been in some live action stuff. And then also, obviously, they're doing a lot with X-Men, you know, soon within the Marvel Universe and all that, getting their own movie. We just recently, I think, got a confirmed casting for Emma Frost, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if it was like 100% confirmed, but I saw some articles saying it was. So if that's true, then we have our live action Emma Frost and people are gonna want merchandise of her. Though I do feel eventually Funko is going to make Emma Frost from the Marvel Rivals game anyways because she's very popular within the next few sets for sure. So you'll have that option too, even if this one starts, you know, going up and up and up in value. But yeah, guys, I will say this one's still worth watching if you are a fan of the character. Very possible if she does really well in the movie or if people really like her, they'll start buying this one up. Okay, moving on for Hello Kitty fans, we actually have Hello Kitty on the Rocking Horse, which was a Funko Shop exclusive. So this one's been selling for $55, $62, $40 over in Taiwan. Kind of weird that it has free delivery. I wasn't expecting to have free delivery from Taiwan, but anyways, we also have a $57 sale there from the UK with, you know, $25 shipping. And then current listings of what I could find, not a lot out there, range from $38 over in the UK, $35 in Australia, and $62 in the United States. So you could say they're kind of all around the same range if you're including that high shipping cost. So this one's definitely up there. I will say it's around, I want like the 40, like $55-ish range is kind of where I'd put it genuinely. But yeah, like I said, low end $40. Retail for this one was $20 given as a pop premium. So, you know, it's definitely above retail right now. Funko Shop exclusive, could restock, could not restock. It's really hit or miss with Funko these days. Obviously they're trying not to overproduce, but at the same time still restock things that are very popular. So we'll see in the future. But for now, this one's definitely up. Sanrio is obviously super popular, it's worldwide. People love Hello Kitty, and this is definitely a really cool premium. So I see why it's sold out and why it's going up. Now this next choice is actually rather a sad one, and we have Dr. Alan Grant from Jurassic Park. So estimated value around $33, however, it's been selling higher than that. $35 sale, $50 sale, $85 and $70. And then current listings over on eBay, what I could find, range from $75 to $80 there, and some even higher than that. You can find a couple lower listings too, you know, FYI if you're looking for this pop. So the reason being is that the actor Sam Neill that played Alan Grant did actually pass away earlier in July, like 3.5 weeks ago, I do believe. So people started buying up merchandise. Obviously, it makes sense that this is going to happen. Eventually, this will level out, keep in mind. So if you were looking for this pop, you're a fan of him, you heard the news recently, eventually stuff does level out and start going down, but for now, it's definitely up there. And I like to put these in these trending videos to remind you guys of that just because it's up right now does not mean that it won't go down at any point. And that applies to all of my trending videos. The trending videos are mostly to tell you guys, hey, this pop is up. It could continue to go up, but it could also go down if it gets restocked or another variation comes out that people like more, or the market gets flooded for some reason, people just start selling all of theirs and it starts undercutting each other. There are many reasons why collectible value, you know, fluctuates up and down, obviously. So do keep that in mind. You ever see a trending video I do and you're like, oh, well, he was wrong about this pop. Things fluctuate all the time. I'm not gonna be right 100% of the time. I'm just reporting it as it is currently, and I'm letting you know in the video, very possible it could go down, very possible it could go further. I'm just going over the data we have on hand here. Please do make your best judgment call if you're trying to buy or sell something, you know. Mostly I would say these training videos like in the now, or if you maybe want to sell something, or maybe you didn't realize you have something super valuable. That's kind of the way you can view some of these videos. Anyways though, like I said, Dr. Alan Grant, if you're after this one, wait a little bit, it could definitely end up going down. Now guys, the last pop we have to talk about today is Frieren here. This is the Ellie exclusive at 5,000 pieces. Estimated value around $220. It's been selling a little bit higher than that. We have $280, $300, $304, and $270 there. And then recent listings I could find between eBay and Mercari. We have a $325 one over in the US, and then we also have some on Mercari on the bottom there at $280, $250, $403, and $450 there. So this one's pretty interesting. Obviously, you know, we had the Whatnot drop where a lot of people were able to get that, and a lot of people were very upset on that. And then there are a lot of signed variations out there too, limiting the regular stock that we're going over here. I would say this one's definitely more around the $300 range versus the $220 it's showing on Pop Price Guide. Probably needs to be updated. anticipated. And I don't know where this one's gonna land. I genuinely don't. I think it could definitely stay high unless they come out with something similar in the future, because it's not like it's gonna be restocked with it being an Ellie piece. And like I said, a good majority of the stock is also signed. And you do have to consider with this is that some people don't care about an autograph, like from the voice actor or whatever. They just want the specific character. So they don't care about the autograph. They're gonna go after the non-signed variation. Once all those, you know, lower listings get scooped up, it's gonna drive up that price. And as I showed you on the graphic there's not a lot on the market to begin with, especially with it being at 5,000 pieces. Something else to keep in mind is that there were only so many here in the United States too. Half the stock, or maybe even a little bit more than half the stock, went overseas to Europe and a few other places. Chalice did not get that full 5,000, so they sold what they had. So when you take that factor in, there's not a lot of stock out there, so it's going to continue driving the price up because the demand is so high for this one. Well guys, those are 6 more Funko Pops that are actively going up in value right now. Let me know in the comments below if you guys own any of these Pops. So out of all of these, like I said, I wanted the Lucy one, do not have it currently. And then Frieren, we do actually have one for Bailey's collection. I don't have one for myself, I'm not collecting Frieren. But yeah, as far as like, you know, collection-wise, I think me and Bailey would just have the Frieren here, but let me know what you guys own. Anyways, though, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to hit the like button down below if you did enjoy, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to say a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon and Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure you follow me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.